Hello and welcome everybody to Awfully Silly. My name is Conception. I'm going to be the host of your show tonight. We have some spectacular games for you. Tonight we're going with awfully 16-bit games, but we're focusing specifically on the Super Nintendo as the system. So every game tonight that you're going to see on Awfully Silly is going to be featured on the Super Nintendo. So you know that we got some real gems in there. But yeah, before we get started, we want to go over a few things just to make sure that you know what's going on in the land of GDQ here. So SGDQ is coming up June 26th. I can't believe it's that close. Prize submissions are now open. So if you have some prizes that you would like to submit to be given away as a part of donations during the main event, go on over to gamesdonequick.com for some more information. Additionally, Flame Fatales will be having its next all-women speedrunning event, Flame Fatales, in late August. Go ahead and type !FF in Twitch chat or go on over to gamesdonequick.com/framefatales for some more information. Your subs, gift subs, Prime Gaming subs, bits, this all helps support our weekly hotfix content. So please consider supporting our daily content, and that's going to start most weekdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you enjoy these hotfix shows, which I highly suggest you check them all out through the week. We got all different shows over the course of the week and every 2 weeks even. Games Done Quick Highlights is a channel that features highlights of our GDQ Hotfix shows. So go on ahead and use the !highlights command to learn more about our highlights. We have some really excellent videos on there, real funny stuff. So I highly suggest people check it out. If you happen to be watching on YouTube, go on over to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick. If you're interested in looking at our live content, like I said, starts at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 Eastern. And finally, after this show, after Awfully Silly, That's Never Happened Before, which is a show about breaking down glitches and how they work, is going to be happening. And additionally, starting tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern is Aimbot. Tomorrow there will not be any random number generation, so we'll be just rolling with Aimbot starting at 10 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, which if you're unfamiliar is a show that features FPS and shooter-based speedruns. So highly suggest checking that out. For now, I think it's about time we jump into our 16-bit SNES themed show. And having with me here, I have Solar Cell 007, who's going to be running a very particular gem of a game that I really enjoyed, which is going to be Lord of the Rings Volume 1. So Solar Cell, it's all yours. Go on ahead, take it away.
Thank you so much, Conception. Good people! Welcome to J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings Volume 1. I'm going to go ahead and reset the console right here just so we can kind of listen to this music once again. This is Lord of the Rings, as I said, and a little bit about why I'm running this right now. We have this event in my community called Solar Speed League, and what this is we have a list of games that hardly anybody really plays, and as a community, some of us try to speed run it in 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks time, and we come together, come up with some glitches, some tricks, and for a few of these games, we've really just demolished what the game was expecting out of us, and we came up with a few world records. This is one of those. Currently, the world record for this is held by Mr. Free at 50 minutes and 2 seconds. We've got an hour and 5 minute estimate for this tonight, so we're going to see how this goes. Now, we're going to be talking about everything that there is to do with this game. I'm reading in chat right now. Some of you really went through this when you were children and were like, what do you even do in this? And I completely understand that. 2 weeks time on this is not enough to fully understand everything there is. But let's get into the game. I'm going to go ahead and count myself down. So time will start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so if you played this game when you were young, you knew that at the very beginning of the Shire, you have to go find glasses, and after doing so, Sam will join you, and you'll be able to take him as an ally out of the Shire. Now, what I just walked through is normally a gated area, but accidentally we found a way to skip that. So one day during those 2 weeks that we were playing, that gate just wasn't there. And I thought, okay, that's weird, whatever. But the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, DL Darklink, was a little more curious than I was and tried to reproduce it, and he was able to. So right there, we're skipping 2.5 minutes off the old route for the time. Now, I'm walking down south through the Shire. I'm going to be picking up mushrooms. You saw me talk to an individual right at the beginning of the game. The reason I did that is because just about anything in this game is going to give you experience. So picking up items, talking to people, killing enemies, you're going to get an experience like that. Now, I know it's riveting to watch that kind of combat we just saw, right? Don't get too used to it. There's not too many things that we're going to be doing in this as far as combat. This is more of a walking simulator than an action RPG. But it's fun. I mean, a lot of you were talking about how much you love the music, right? Great music. We're going to pick up this mushroom right here. Now, this snake is hot on my trail, and we're going to get out of the way. So, the reason that we're doing all this is because as we level up, which we're not going to spend too much time doing, we're going to get a little stronger. And so, the real big fight in this game is coming up really soon. We have 2 orcs that we have to kill, and you just heard that alert right there. That means we just leveled up, which is great. We're going to do a little more damage, we have some more HP, and knock on wood, this is going to go the way I hope it does. Now, you see I'm moving in particular ways. These wolves, I'm almost convinced, are 100% manipulable. As long as you move in certain ways, you're going to be able to figure out where they're going to go and what they're going to do. So right here, we got 2 orcs to kill. Wish me luck. It's RNG if they die or not. Each one needs 5 hits. That was amazing. I'm going to pick this up. 3, 4. That was absolutely gorgeous. That was the scariest part of the run for me. So, on we go. So, one of the items that we picked up on the way down here was some Shire juice, and we need that to give to this character on the screen to the left of here. And there's a little bit of a fetch quest. Now, if you played this game, you'll know that most of this game is a fetch quest. There's a bunch of items you have to go collect, people you need to talk to, and eventually it all leads to Moria. And when we get to Moria, people, I'm begging you. I'm absolutely begging you. Interact with me. Ask me questions. We're going to have 30 minutes of the world's worst maze to go through. I mean, best maze to go through. And I just really... I would love to keep you all entertained during that. So, we just turned that juice in. And this unlocks the ability to go pick up the honey, which is back on this screen. So I'm not lying when I'm saying this is a walking simulator. Alright, so a little bit about the controls in this game. The X button shows your health and your current character that you're walking with. Now I say current character you're walking with because if you had the setup when you were playing this game supports not 1, not 2, but 8 players at the same time. If you had that kind of technology. 8 players, yes.
I did not know that.
Yes.
I picked this game. 8 players, okay.
Now, it's a little unforgiving in that as long as Frodo doesn't die, any other character that does die will be permadead. So far we've missed out on Pippin, we've missed out on Sam. The very first character we're going to pick up is Mary, and we're doing that because it's required. Ideally, we wouldn't do that because Mary generates a lot of lag, but as I said, we have to. The hope is that at some point he does kind of get offed by an enemy so that we're not generating that lag. We'll see what happens. Now, a little bit of a safety. I took 2 hits from wolves there. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this up to heal me back up to full. This game does have a checkpoint system. Now, because we skip the section in the Shire and picking up the glasses and whatnot, we do not have that as a checkpoint once we talk to Mary, which is coming up in 2 screens from now. So after we talk to Mary, more or less anytime we die until Moria is going to be our checkpoint. And so it's not the end of the world if we die, but it's a little bit of a walk back from wherever we are. That's right, folks. Asking in chat if Sam's required. Sam is not required. In fact, most of these characters are not required. You gonna behave, troll? Okay, the orc behaved. That's good. No damage there. Now, if you wanted to speedrun this game, there's something wrong with you. But if you still want to speedrun this game, even with me saying that, let me just say, it's a lot more manipulation and walking great lines than it is RNG. Which some people would love. I mean, I like it for that reason. I don't think there's too many speedrunners that enjoy a RNG heavy game. So here's Mary. We're going to talk to Mary. And I'm going to bring up something that's a little annoying about this awfully silly game. Normally in a game, when you want to mash through text, you just mash a button as quickly as you can, or multiple buttons. And that's all fine. But in Lord of the Rings, no. They don't give you that ability. What they do give you is the opportunity to completely neutral the controller for a tiny bit. And then you're able to mash through buttons. So every time you talk to somebody or use an item or pick something up, you need to neutral everything. And then go ahead and start mashing through buttons.
That makes sense.
Dual multi-taps. I do not own that technology. And now listen, when we had this game submitted for Solar Speed League, at first, I'll be honest, members of the community thought this might have been a troll to put people through this. But some of us really did end up loving this. This is the kind of game that some people fall in love with, like Lagoon. I love Lagoon. I guarantee 95% of you in here do not love Lagoon. All right, we have 8 HP, which means I'm going to go ahead and risk this. Okay, you didn't hit me anyway. That's fine. But yeah, like I said, we set new world records with this. We had a lot of fun kind of going through this. In 2 weeks' time, you don't have all of the time in the world to figure out every single mechanic of the game. I'm not going to despawn this work right here that I'm walking up to. I'm actually going to hope to get hit by him, which we did, which is great. So now we're down to 3 HP. And what's good about that is a faster death warp. Talk to that guy to get access to Bree, and then we're gonna take a death warp on purpose. As I said, our checkpoint is now set with Mary, so we're gonna go ahead and walk back towards the Shire. Now, I think I'm doing pretty well right now, folks, as far as not humming the music. I don't know how many of you are, but forgive me if I start, because it's hard not to. It's very chill music, a lot of walking in this. It's not too bad.
I know the people who watch Awfully Silly, we're big on the music. I know that. We see a lot of people jamming in the chat here, so no worries. Let it fly.
Understandable, yeah. Well, we'll see. The music in Moria isn't the most entertaining, and me humming to that probably wouldn't help. But we'll see what happens. So, as I said, those 2 orcs were pretty scary. That fight is actually RNG. As far as the mechanics for fighting, you press the Y button to attack. You can hold it to just continue to attack, or you can mash it if you want to, but holding Y attacks as fast as possible. When you do attack, you want to attack up or down, vertically, as it's a little faster than attacking horizontally. The B button is a parry, and it's useless. It's super useless. It does work, but a lot of the times the enemies will attack faster than you can parry and then attack back, so you typically don't tend to use it. You can notice RNG patterns, so if I had missed an orc 4 times, I would have tried to parry, because that's usually when I get attacked. But we made it out of there, cool, whatever. There's not too many fights in this game. We fought a snake, rip snake. We fought 2 orcs, rip orcs. Coming up, we have ring wraiths. And the ring wraiths are the absolute worst, scariest part of this game. And we're gonna see how this goes. They one-shot Frodo, and I don't think anybody in the community ever leveled up high enough to know how many levels you needed to survive. But here we go. Also, coincidentally, they're right next to the Shire. So we're gonna hold a line here. We're gonna react to what this one ring wraith does coming next to us. Hopefully Mary gets off here. All right, so there goes Mary. I did a little shimmy there to kind of navigate around the ring wraiths. There are 9 ring wraiths on this screen, which holds with the story, the book. So yeah, that's a little bit of lore for you. Okay, so we have to do the ring wraith screen 3 times in total. That was the easiest, I would say. It's very hard to die as long as you take that line. The next one coming up is probably the hardest. But before we actually get to Bree, which is in the center of that ring wraith screen, we're going to go collect the Ophilos, which is kind of like a mint herb looking icon. Well, that's unfortunate. That's all right. Now, there's one scary thing about this. This game is lovely, right? I mean, look at these controls. You look at the grass blowing and everything. It's a lot of time spent. But you see right there, I just took damage. That's not cool. Why did I take damage? Heck if I know. So most of the time when you walk out of the ring raid screen, you glitch. And that's not good. And that glitch actually persists either until death or I believe if you heal yourself to full. Now we're gonna do that. You're gonna be able to see I'm taking 1 damage every time that happens. So ideally, I'm gonna go ahead and try to make it to Bree and then heal after we collect Aragorn. And then just recollect that Ophilos we picked up. Because the Ophilos, it heals like 70 some HP, something like that. So alright, this is the hardest screen right here in the game. Wish me luck. I need to navigate around these ring wraiths. Which I think we're alright with. And we should be good. Alright.
Moving.
Awesome. So if I died there, which was kind of likely, we would have went back to where Mary was, and walking into Bree from the left side is actually a lot easier, but we didn't, so that's great. Alright, so the order of events here, you need to talk to this guy, give him the key, go into your inventory again, which takes forever. Then give him the note, which unlocks the door. Then we're going to go ahead and collect the Ophilos, or equip it, I should say. A lot of people requesting multi-tap. Well, I don't have a multi-tap, but what I do have right now are 2 controllers. And guess what? We're about to use both controllers.
Oh man, we're in luck.
All right, so right now I've got the second player controller moving Frodo because the game switches as soon as you do that with Aragorn. I need the first controller to press B to get out of that text box with that character. And now I'm using the second controller again to walk Frodo out of Bree. So this is going to be the third and final time we go through the ring wraith screen. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that Frodo doesn't die, or Aragorn. So now I'm going to be using both direction pads. Alright, that was unfortunate. It's alright though. That can happen. We're going to get sent back to where Mary was, but walking back through there is 100% free. So F's in the chat for Frodo. But we get to continue the adventure anyway.
Yeah, pour one out for Frodo. That's sad. That's sad.
Now that could have happened multiple ways. We got hit by the ring wraith, which is fine. Typically, whenever you're glitched, you survive 1 hit just because of however the glitch works. Or we could have just died from phantom damage. That can also happen in the ring wraith section after we become glitched. Now you'll notice the only one walking right now is Aragorn. And that's because, as I said, the second player controller is now focused on Frodo. So Frodo's not going to move, which is great most of the time, which means we can leave him off screen. And a lot of the time when he's off screen, you don't have to worry about him dying. In Moria, we'll move him around a little bit, but it'll be fine. We got Mary down there to kind of protect him from a wolf. So as we're walking back, another little thing you can do, if you only have 1 controller, that's okay. If you have a preferred character, sometimes, depending on how the game orients the characters, I'm walking with just the D-pad with Aragorn right now. If I wanted to walk with Mary, I believe, I could hold R and then walk around with the direction pad, and that would work, to walk around with Mary. Oh, I'm feeling the urge to hum. Alright. Be gone, Tom Lipper. Tom Lipper is the character right there, and when you're actually going for a great time in this speedrun, there's an RNG where he can actually walk into you, causing a text box, which loses you a little bit of time, and that's awful. So luckily, Tom Lipper behaved himself tonight. And back we go into here. So as I said, Frodo's going to stay at the bottom left of the screen, so we're not going to have to worry about that. We're going to go ahead and take the same route we did before. Mary might get off here, which is fine. I typically don't have him here anyway. And no, we still have Mary. Okay.
All right.
That's actually really bad.
Oh, not all right.
Well, he's going to generate some lag for us. I don't think I've ever had a run go through Mordor, or Moria. Well, he's glitched, so that's interesting. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll have some fun with it. Alright, so we got through the scariest parts of the game. Oh, well, there you go. Goodbye, Mary. Now, I don't hear Frodo taking damage, which is great. Anytime I go into my inventory, I'm going to be able to see how much HP he has. Hopefully, he's not glitched right now. But we do have the Ophilos equipped still from earlier, so if we do, we'll use that to heal. And that should fix it. There is a death warp that we'll be taking in Moria, which will definitely fix that. But because I don't hear any guarding or damage sounds, it looks like we're in the clear. Now, as far as other characters coming up, I would assume that most of you would guess you would find Gimli where? Where, chat? Where would you think you would find Gimli in this game? I'll let people have a chance to answer that. Oh yeah, so we have a question in chat about you thought Mary died. As long as Frodo stays alive, any character that dies will stay dead permanently. But whenever Frodo dies, you get sent back to a checkpoint, and from that checkpoint, you'll keep all the characters you had around that point. So we died, we went back to Mary at the checkpoint. So we got a bar, tavern is answering right now in chat, house, a mine. That makes perfect sense, right? I like those answers. Rivendell, if they follow the books, not too far off, not too far off. That orc noped out. All right, that's cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and de-equip. We're gonna grab the note. Frodo has all 11 HP, which is nice. Now, this is a showcase, so I want to be a little safe here. I'm gonna walk over here and talk to Bilbo. This should be Rivendell. I'm gonna talk to Bilbo. Not Perry Bilbo, we'll talk to him. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna give Frodo Sting, and it's gonna give Frodo Mithril Armor. And that's awesome. That means Frodo's not gonna die in Moria very easily. So there, folks, there's Gimli in the gardens. Kind of close to Rivendell, but yeah? Is that what you expected? I don't know.
Just stopping to smell the roses, I guess? Or?
Sure. But we don't tell the elf. We never tell the elf.
Of course not.
All right, so that giant enemy right there is a troll, figuratively and literally. We're going to do our best to avoid those. They do a lot of damage to Aragorn. Keep walking through here. Now, we're going to have to fight one of those. Now, I'm sad to say it, but there's actually not too much more combat left in this this run. We've got one troll we have to fight, hopefully from a safe distance so we don't take damage. Alright, so I have no problem taking a shot there. Be safe if we have to later. And then the final boss of this run, which is epic. I mean, absolutely epic. And if you've seen the art of the game on the box, you'll know what it is. The Mighty Balrog. Totally not cheesed and totally deadly. But that's a long, long way away. And oh, it might only be 40 minutes away. 35 minutes away. It's gonna feel like hours while we walk through Moria. Alright, so I'm gonna take care of these wolves real quick so they don't bother me while I'm trying to fight this troll. Oop, this way. Stand down here a little bit. Alright, so you need to be at kind of a weird angle compared to this troll, because you can get yourself in a state where you're both doing damage to each other. That's not good. As you drain your HP, there's a lot of other trolls that you have to deal with in Moria, and you really don't want to be trying to dodge those most of the time. Alright, so this is the second to last screen before we get into Moria, and before I'm going to count on all of you, chat, to ask tons of questions so I can answer them. And I'll also talk about different kind of speedrun tech and everything as we go through those screens. And also, if I die in a place that I'm not expecting in Moria, we're all doomed. Because it is so easy to get lost in there. Right.
Oh, that adds some stakes to the situation for sure.
Ah, we'll be fine. That never happened in a marathon, right?
I don't know.
One other door clip right here. So usually you have to go through a huge journey to get a bunch of items, and eventually Gandalf right here will open the door or give you the item to do so. Or we could just glitch it out of existence by stutter stepping on certain pixels. And I should explain how that works. But before I do that, if you play this game, never ever go into your inventory on this screen because it'll soft lock the game. Just telling you. Now,
Nice.
let's before I even talk about that door clipping, let's listen to the music right now. Notice that was a very long fade in for this room. And let's kind of pay attention to the different fade ins for the rooms. So we're gonna have two different music tracks as we go through Moria. This chill, calm tone, and then a more upbeat one. And they cycle between rooms. It's not always back and forth. But if we go slowly, we're gonna notice that, so that was another lead-in right here. A long load-in. We're gonna notice that it takes a long time to load in. And that's because this game operates in the sense that it cannot transition screens until it's at a certain point in the music cycle. So there's some screens, there's nothing we can do about that. There's other screens where if we move really tight, we can get within a certain cycle and not have to wait so long. I'm gonna see if I can get a screen here that shows that off. But as we're walking through here, we were talking about the door skips. So the game loads in objects on the screen based on your position, which is for most games. But at a full stride, Frodo walks a certain amount of pixels every step. And whenever you hit a certain increment of those pixels, the game will load in something like a door, characters, whatever. If you can go up against an object on the screen that is not set at an increment, then you can stutter step in certain areas where the game should load in objects like doors, and you'll actually skip the game loading that in. So we did that at the Shire. We did that for the Moria door. We got a comment in chat, this game has good graphics. Yeah, it's a very pretty game. Good luck not getting lost here. But yeah, it's a very pretty game. There was a map that came with the game. It's a little crude, super confusing, but there was a map. Now, if you also want to speedrun this game, I don't know how good your memory is. Maybe you do just remember everything in here, or you come up with stupid room names like I do to make sure I don't get lost. So that right there was snake right, which means snake your way across to the right side of the screen. This room right here, we call the Freet room, or at least I call the Freet room after Mr. Freet, the world record holder for this run, because he found over the old route a faster way to walk through this room. Saves about 1.5 seconds every time you go through one of these rooms, which is nice. Item room up. We're gonna move Frodo out of the way here because I do not want something to happen. Then I'll go ahead and equip this key while we're here in an attempt to hopefully still make it within a cycle and not have that mess up anything else. Okay, we got loaded in pretty fast there, so I was able to equip the key and load back in without losing too much time. Great. Comment in chat, Moria took weeks when you play this. I understand that. That makes total sense. There's on game FAQs, there's 3 different maps that you can look at, and you'll know this is actually broken into 3 different sections. Snake left here so I don't get lost. And every time you get into a new section, you'll have access to a map as an item. But it more just kind of signifies you're in the next section. But whenever you do hit those, it's actually a checkpoint in the run. And we're going to use that in the second section of Moria to death warp back to save a little bit of time. Could save up to 20 seconds. It probably won't for this showcase because Frodo has the mithril armor on. It's going to take a little while for Frodo to die. But at least he's not dead yet. So I'll take it. Yeah, I'm kind of... Got another comment. Wow, they simulated how long it took the Fellowship to cross Moria. Basically.
Fellowship Simulator.
Sure. I mean, those movies were kind of half a walking simulator anyway, right? Now, a lot of the times we're trying to save as much time as possible, so I'm going to be hugging walls whenever I have to go to certain locations. The one sad thing is that to open doors like this, when you have keys or scrolls or whatever, you have to be in the center of the door. How on earth did I gold split that section? I'll take it! I got distracted. So there's a few more sections of this. I know you can't see the names of my splits, but they're named Key Door Number 2 now, the Giant Door. I've got room names like Big Door. It's the little things that you keep your sanity with. Alright, so this should be another item room we're coming up to now. We have a comment in chat about wanting to see Volume 2 and 3. If only they existed. Sadly, they do not. Alright, take a hit there. That's still fine. Alright, one hit there. It's not too bad. And back out. Alright, so now we're going to backtrack a little bit. While we're just maybe kind of filling the void right now. I guess you could say you could expect to see these kinds of speedruns on my channel. A little bit of a hiatus from Solar Speed League right now, but it should come back this year. We've had a lot of fun doing games for that. We did Donald Duck no Maho no Boshi, or Donald Duck and the Magical Hat, which is an amazing speedrun, and we absolutely blew that world record out of the water. Very competitive, and a lot of people joined in for that. A few other games we did, I'm not going to go through all of them right now, but I usually speedrun other games like Illusion of Gaia, Secret Evermore, Lufia 2, Ancient Cave. I'm also very much in the Kaizo Ironmon for Pokemon these days, so if that's your thing, I know that's all the rage these days. You can expect to catch that on my channel. That's a lot of fun. A lot of people jumped in on that. I know you guys were actually showcasing that last week, and that was a lot of fun to watch. That was that's really hooked a lot of people in the community for it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it is a big hit, just like you're saying. It's the craze these days.
Mm-hmm. My current PB is a Shuckle named Nugget that made it all the way to Bruno, and then my heart got broken. But I think a lot of people can say such a thing too.
We'll always remember Frodo and Shuckle now.
All right, so talking to Bilbo actually puts that book in my inventory, and I did that for all of you, and now I'm upset because I have to kind of navigate away from that book every time I go in my inventory. But you can see, it takes a lot of time to go into your inventory, so in like a fast speed run of this, if you accidentally go into your inventory for whatever reason, typically just reset. Oh, where are we going? Ah, okay. Talking too much. I'm getting lost in my notes. Alright. We're alright. Minor heart attack. We're alright, folks. Nobody panic. We're fine. We know where we're at.
Jeez, this is long, though. Wow. And this isn't even it's going to get longer, I know.
Yeah, we got about another 20 minutes of this.
Woo!
Alright, what do we got here? Snake left, massive door room. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. Left. Gotta survive, Solar. comment in chat. Mom, are we at Balrog yet? Heck no. Get settled in, folks. It's going to be a while. Now, I mean, honestly, maybe you can tell me, Conception. I have no idea why this got listed as awfully silly.
Oh, no, yes, of course. Yeah, no, actually, it's good that you brought this up. So I always like doing this with people, if I remember to do it. Sometimes I forget to do it. But I always like asking people who I have feature on my show, do you personally consider this game awful or silly or perhaps both or maybe even neither?
Oh, boy. Well, it kind of depends on your viewpoint, right? Like, I enjoyed this game for the simple fact that a lot of it is just pathing and not so much RNG. But at the same point, I really enjoyed Lagoon. So if the people in chat, if you love Lagoon and you kind of like this, then I would say this is just a silly game. If you don't like either, then yes, this is an awful, awful game.
But it can't be neither. That's what we've learned.
That was a snake that hit me. We just had a minor heart attack like we were glitched for some reason. No, that was just a snake I didn't see. We got another comment. Main character's walk cycle seems so fluid. Yes, and that's not the first time I've seen compliments about that. People really like watching the walking cycles of the characters. It is. It's a mesmerizing game. Combat leaves a little bit to be desired, but you got the music that counterbalances that, and the music's amazing. At least when you're outside of Moria. While you're in Moria, maybe it drones on a little bit. All right, we call this room one stair down, right? And then because I am such a genius at naming rooms, we call this room Big, Big Door Up. And at some point soon, you're going to see why. Really have some desires for a double multi-tap run, 8-player run. I mean, we were joking about it a little bit in the community about doing something like that.
Yeah, I'm curious. So, like, would there be any speedrun benefit to having more players? Like, even if it was just two players, would that help or speed any sections up that you can think of?
Probably not. I think maybe in the sense if you killed the characters off super quick. But there's a couple things that are bad about some of the characters. Like, take Gandalf, for instance. You can acquire Gandalf at the very end of this run, right before you fight the Balrog. But he doesn't damage the Balrog. All he does is freeze it, which is bad, because a lot of the time you're just going to have it frozen away from somewhere you can hit it. I don't really know what... I think Gimli's pretty strong. I don't remember. We've never really used Gimli. But one really, really bad point about the other characters, as far as I'm aware, player one is the only one that controls the camera and that can actually exit screens. So Frodo can't exit a screen even though I can control him with the second player controller. We're kind of limited in that. And Legolas, I see Legolas mentioned also. Legolas is also somebody that we acquire right before the Balrog, but we're going to try not to as well, just because we have an easy enough setup without that. I'm going to go up here. Got someone saying the film really downplayed the actual number of snakes in Moria. They are everywhere. Alright, so a few screens ago you saw me pick up a map which signified a checkpoint for this area. So we're going to be coming up to a death warp soon. We'll see how fast it goes. In my current run that's on speedrun.com, I don't have that death warp in because it was found right towards the end of the 2-week time period. And I never had any more time to run the game. So we'll see. I might throw this run in there every once in a while just to see if we can get a better time, including that death warp. Got a request for all characters % win. Well, it depends on the rules. It'd be awfully hard to try to keep all 8 characters alive when you can't control hardly any of them. And yes, to the question in chat, is this silly question time? I am taking questions. This is big door left. We got a mixed mixed love and hate relationship for this game in chat right now. Some people needing therapy. Some people just liking the music. All right, walk with me, Frodo. I'm in need of your assistance. Okay, Frodo. Now's not Frodo, I need, can we, come on, Frodo, let's go.
Frodo, come on.
Let's go, okay, Frodo. Okay, Frodo. There you go. Yeah, there you go, Frodo.
All right.
Come on now. So yeah, typically one hit from those would be enough to kill him. There he goes. But that's what happens when you pick up mithril armor. You get a lot of defense, and that takes a while. Alright, so we're back to the beginning of map 2. And we're going to go forward a little bit from where we were. We'll be able to take a fork in the road that saves a bunch of time because we did that. That's right, chat. Frodo had one job. Alright, 2 more screens before I get to split again. And that should, cross your fingers, be the last time that we die during this run. If we die again, everybody panic. Chaos ensues. I don't know what they're going to do with me on Hotfix.
I have my finger on the lever, just the trap door underneath you will just fall out from underneath.
Yeah. You guys in chat can't see anything, but there's actually a giant cane hidden off stage that's ready to yank me if I take too long.
Yoink.
All right. Let's see. Equip this key we picked up on the death screen room. We got a question in chat. Is it possible to put the ring on? I believe we had that curiosity before, and it says it warns you about doing that, but it doesn't actually let you put the ring on. Oh, I do believe that I got my left and right mixed up. Let's go back, Aragorn. Bum, bum, bum. All things considered, we're doing pretty all right with time for a showcase. Happy with this. All right. So in here we pick up yet another item because that is typically the theme in Moria. A bunch of scrolls to pick up, a bunch of keys to pick up, even a book towards the end. So as far as safety, we're doing all right. We took 2 hits from snakes, so we're down to 126 HP. Those trolls do like 16 or 17 damage each, so we're not going to take too many hits. Plus, we still have the Ophilos. So yeah, we need to pick up that item. Now go back up to the upright of this screen. We'll be fine. I wasn't sure I was going to get that question in chat. We had it in my community, but I wasn't expecting it in the GDQ chat. There's a question, does this game emulate the broken toe scene? No, that scene is not emulated in this game. For those that don't know, in the movie, when Aragorn kicks a helmet at some point, he actually did break his toe when he did that. That's not actually happening in this game.
Wow, so unrealistic.
I know. Alright, gonna get the scroll. Mr. Snake, what in the world? I'm walking here. Alright, 5 stairs up. It's been a while. I mean, this is riveting right here. We haven't seen this room in I don't know how long. Or at least this room model. So we get a little bit of change of scenery. I'm sorry to everybody in the chat right now that had their immersion ruined. Forgive me for that. Oh, wow. If I'm being asked that, what is my favorite song from the animated Lord of the Rings movies? I don't think I can actually, I can't answer that. I'm sorry. Forgive me, chat. Forgive me. Another question. What's your most fond memory of the Moria Maze? Or is there nothing to be fond in this place? My most fond memory is probably when we reach Gandalf and Legolas, because it means we made it. We made it.
So your favorite part, just to clarify, is when it's over or about over?
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Okay, well done.
No, I mean, this section right here, I did one full run recently because it was kind of hard to get into Moria just because of the ring race when you do an actual speed run of this. I'm gonna move Frodo out of the way. So the last run I did get through here, I realized from my PB, because it's been a while since I had my PB, that the lines in here are really, really tight, and it's competitive going through this like that. So things like taking damage from an enemy can really throw you off by a few seconds just because you're going to miss a music cycle. And that's a lot of stress you don't want to have to deal with while you're going through this. So yeah, I would say the end of this is probably my favorite.
That's a common sympathy across a lot of games that are featured on the show. My favorite part is when it's over.
I believe it. Don't get me wrong. I love this game because it had a few of us speedrun it in Solar Speed League. Not as many as some other games, but we got the bond over it, so I'm always going to cherish that. But it's not like I picked it up after those 2 weeks. Alright. Quick check to see where I'm at in my notes, and forgive me, people, for looking at my notes. I don't know, it's easy or not, or seemingly easy or not to get lost in here, but it is. Now, be honest, people in chat, how many of you right now are singing, "We're taking the hobbits to Isengard," if you know what that is?
I personally sing that in my head most days, probably.
Conception, if you need me to pay for the help, I will do that for you.
No, it's a welcome part of my brain.
Okay, that's fair then. All right, another question. Who's my favorite minor obscure Lord of the Ring character? Minor character. Give me a minute to think about that. I can't think of her name, but just off the top of my head, after you see the entire movies, I haven't read the books. Forgive me. I'm sorry. But I haven't read the books. I've seen the movies. After watching all of those, whenever you see Sam towards the end finally get the courage to go up to the lady at the bar, the tavern, that he lacked before, that's a feel-good moment, right? So maybe her. I might go with her.
That's a great choice. I love that choice.
Oh gosh, now chat's caught up. I'm sorry, I haven't read the books. Forgive me. Oh, I was supposed to dodge that map. All right, we are in the final section of Moria, everybody. Now I'm asking myself, Am I in the right area? No. Okay. I was wondering why I was confused about that. Split notes. I'm asking you to behave yourself.
Someone in chat said you could read the books in less time than it takes to walk through Moria.
That's a fair thing to say. Sure. Interesting. Very interesting. I do believe I know where this is going. You awfully silly game. How dare you do such a thing to me? Alright, so let's backtrack a little bit. So yeah, as you saw on that one screen, there are sword pickups and various other things that you can pick up. There's a couple small healing items that you can get scattered in Moria. They are nice upgrades if you're actually playing this like the action RPG that you're supposed to. So I'm gonna get my bearings straight here. So this was... Big door down, right? One stair down, which is that. People, I'm not gonna lie.
We lost?
We're a little lost. We're here a little earlier than we should be from my notes.
Oh.
But that's all right. Should be able to kind of walk this back a little bit. Let's get these out of the way.
One of those orcs was freaking out for a second.
Yeah. So for hitboxes in this game, if two enemies get too close to each other, they'll just spastically spread out real quick, faster than what the game usually does. Alright, so that's an armor room. Question about, do the mines have a run killer? Obviously, if you get lost, that's probably a run killer. But the checkpoints are all right. All right. So that's a quick thing. Let me go ahead and see right now. Let's pull up something real quick.
Ooh, okay. Some strats.
We got some strats we gotta go with. Let's try to figure out where on Earth we are. Alright, so currently We are here. I think we did this. Backtrack a little bit just to get ourselves reoriented. Forgive me for this. Oh, now you got me humming this. Question, why did we design this place like a maze? That's a good question for what they probably asked. We'll go down here. Then see if this item's up here. Hopefully it is. I got a reference to Quest 64 in chat right now. Yeah, you can feel a little bit like that in here. Easy to get turned around. All right, now, if this is what it should be, we should have this item. Ooh. And what do we have here? Interesting. All right. And then on we go. Now, for those of you in chat that did play this, how many of you actually did make it all the way through Moria and got to fight the Balrog?
Can't imagine that would be a lot. This seems like endlessly complex. So if you were able to do it as a child, especially, like, all of the props to you.
Sure, sure. So we're going to go back down center here. I see some comments in chat. Yes, yes, key respawns. Just using that to get my bearings straight right now. We have forgone the notes, which, for whatever reason, led me astray somewhere, which they don't typically do, so maybe that was while I was talking. And we're looking at a map, which is a little easier to do. Got a people that did in chat though, a couple of weeks. I'd imagine the Balrog was a little difficult. Alright, wrap around here. I think I see. What went wrong? Alright, we should be good now. The comment, you kind of want the game just for the OST. Understandable. Now, it's been a while since we heard the really good music, and I apologize for that. Might be a little bit of time left over at the end to hear it, but we'll see, we'll see. Got a little turned around in here. Alright. So I do believe the reason we got lost is because I was supposed to go down here. Yes, yes, yes. It's those pesky rights and lefts, I tell you, people. They'll get anybody. got somebody in chat who has loaded up the map online. Yes, yes, yes. So you're seeing what I'm seeing right now. Per part, it's awful. Okay, so this is the item that I need right here. This is a key. That's going to unlock that one door. Got a question. What made me decide to run this game? Okay, here we go. We'll go through the whole spiel of Solar Speed League again. We had our first season of Solar Speed League. Had a list of games that not a lot of people run. And if people wanted to do it, they could. Completely up to them. You had 2 weeks to try to learn the run and submit a time in the Discord. And after that first season, I think we had 6 different games. We had 4 champions, 4 different people that came in first place on our leaderboards. And so for season 2, I kicked it off with Champion's Choice. And for Champion's Choice, all 4 of those champions got to choose one game from the list, from a subset of the list. And then I spun a wheel and it landed on DL Darklink. And DL Darklink, bless his heart, decided on this game for all of us. So for 2 weeks, we tried to speedrun this game. Time goes on, life goes on. I am going to load this up real quick. And out of nowhere, Conception messages me and says, "Hey, this game looks awful. Would you like to run it on the hotfix?" And here we are.
Yep, that is my MO for sure. I just find some games that I personally think simultaneously look questionable but sound really fun and cool, and this was one of them. So
yes, yes, yes. And I do believe, even though we talked about it earlier, this definitely fits in the awfully silly category. I comment the Solar Cleaning Windows League. Yeah, so the very first game we did for Solar Speed League was Donald Duck and the Magical Hat. And there's a lot of interesting tech in that, and drove a few of us nuts, really. But it was a lot of fun. Had a lot of turnout for that, and this event just kind of kept going on and on and on, which I love. It's been a great, fun time doing this with the community. Alright, we are gonna go over here. We gotta talk about the password glitch. Okay, so the old run, which was about 59 minutes long for world record, did use a password glitch. So you would get to a certain point in the game, flash your password onto the screen real quick, and then reset. And then enter that same password. And the password system for this game is terrible. But you would put that in, and you would actually spawn with other flags set so that you could go into Moria. But that involved also going to the Barrows Downs and other areas, talking to other characters and whatnot. A little bit longer of a run. So we are just about to the Balrog now. I know it's been a long, slow, painful walk, people. We're almost there. Come down around here, move Frodo out of the way, just out of habit, even though he's got the mithril armor on. Move our way around here. Pesky snakes.
why did it have to be snakes?
It's always snakes. Okay, so Gandalf and Legolas are in the door right up above us. We need to pick up our final key, which is right down here. tiny boss fight, and then we will be good to go. Bum bum. Ah, another comment about glitched weapons. Yes. There is... Oh man, I do not remember. Some of the weapons actually don't do the damage they're supposed to. And I want to say it's because the game takes the ones digit of their damage output, but I don't remember. That might not... Oh, I can't actually comment on that because I forget that. What on earth? Is that... People... Where the heck... Where's my key?
Uh-oh.
Good people, where's my key? If I go up there, that's just a dead end. Well, now I'm intrigued. So I legit know that's the correct screen. This might actually be worth your I've never seen that showcase.
Oh.
Now we do have another key, and I'm wondering if it didn't spawn because I have this one in my inventory. But we're about to find out. Is this key gonna work on here? Oh my goodness! Mr. Freak, DL Darklink, get in on that right now and see if that's usable.
New tech being discovered live.
New tech right there. Wow. Okay, so we did not... That's probably not worth it. But okay. So, okay. There's Legolas. There's Gandalf. Get me out. That's not what we want. Of this goofy dungeon. We're going to be probably a minute over, but that's all right, all things considered. Finally, at long last, we are going to use 2 controllers again, and we're going to watch the most epic boss fight you will see in the next 10 minutes. Yeah, that was kind of new tech discovery. Probably not worth it. All right, so we're going to hold Aragorn over there, take Frodo, and just start counting. 3, 4. Okay, we got the count and voice call with me. So yeah, just on based on how this is set up, the Balrog is focused on Aragorn. You can position him kind of centered on the edge of that column, and he'll just continually try to damage that. So 18 hits total. It actually doesn't matter if you pick up Sting or not. It's still going to be 18 hits. And it's actually a little tight, a little too much further to the right, and I wouldn't be able to damage the Balrog a little further to the left, and we'd actually die. So it is a little bit of a tight window to stand there. That's the Balrog. Time is whenever I walk into this door, coming up to the top of this staircase, and time.
Ooh, GG.
So that's it, folks. That's Lord of the Rings, Volume 1, J.R.R. Tolkien's game. I apologize, we went about 30 seconds over. Little weird trying to look at notes and commentate all of that at the same time. But you can see Moria is a giant maze. The game has great music. Thank you, GDQ Hotfix, for having me showcase this. A lot of fun. I appreciate it. And thank you to the community for showing up and watching this tonight. Appreciate the support. So yeah, not too much else to really talk about. We got a couple of runners in chat right now. DL Darklink, Mr. Free. So if you'd like to go follow them also, please feel free to do so. I'm SolarCell007. Thank you for watching. Conception, I throw it back to you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for running. That was excellent. Well done. And, all things considered, a few seconds over is not too bad considering that maze was so complicated. So well done on that.
Thank you.
Just as a reminder to everybody out there as well, if you happen to be watching on YouTube in the future, go on over to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick. If you're interested in looking at our live content, which starts most weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern, and your subs, gift subs, Prime Gaming subs, and bits help support our weekly hotfix content. So please consider supporting our daily content here starting at 7 p.m. Eastern or weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern, just like I said. So we are going to go ahead and get set up for our next SNES run. So don't go away. We're going to take a quick little break. So get some stretching, get some bathroom breaks, try and figure out your way through the maze, and we'll see you here in just a few more moments. All right, welcome back to Awfully Silly, everyone. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed Lord of the Rings Volume 1 by Solar Cell, because that was a wonderful game, of course. But a few things we want to go over right before we jump into our very next Awfully Silly SNES game that we're going to be doing here. I want to remind everybody that SGDQ is coming up. It's going to be on starting on June 26th, and currently we have our prize submissions open. Actually, this is a perfect announcement because I know that Gooby has submitted some prizes in the past. So prize submissions are currently open, and you can go on over to gamesdonequick.com for more information should you like to submit some prizes for people to win during the event. Additionally, Flame Fatales is going to be having its next all-women speedrunning event, Flame Fatales, in late August. So if you're interested in that, you can type !FF in the Twitch chat or go to gamesdonequick.com/Flame Fatales for some more information. But I think, without further ado, we're going to get into the next this one is going to be a very fast run. This last one was a little bit of walking. This one not going to be very much walking, I don't think. I feel pretty safe to say that this next run is going to be high action, high octane, and it's going to be, of course, Shaq Fu, and it's going to be run by Count Gooby. So go ahead and take it away.
How is it going, everyone? Welcome to the world's greatest Shaq-based fighting game with Shaquille O'Neal here. I'm Gooby. And why doesn't Couch quickly introduce themselves here?
Yeah, what's up? My name is DJ Fatso.
I eat me bloody candy. I run Shaq Fu Game Boy, so very different.
Yes, we got SNES, Genesis, and Game Boy runners here. And also we got, how's it going, guys? It's me, Shaquille O'Neal, here with my favorite game, Shaq Fu. Super Nintendo, so I'm excited to watch it. I'm just gonna go back to the ground now and watch. Okay, bye.
Thanks, Shaq.
Thanks, Shaq.
Thanks, Shaq. Appreciate it, fam.
Real quick, these are just the settings, so valid run here. We're playing on easy. Audio is off. That's not, so you won't hear any game audio this run. That's intentional. It saves 30 seconds. So if it's like, where's game audio? There is none. So game speed fast, because of course, and we're just gonna get started with it. We're gonna show the cutscenes here. This is gonna be slower, but just to show the lore and just have a little bit of fun with it. So we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, Shaq. All right. Well, it wasn't Shaq. It's downtown Tokyo, and I'm checking out the local sites. They have my all-star charity game. When right by the Pepsi store, of course, I stumbled upon a small kung fu dojo with an old man inside. Just like that. Greetings, big warrior. You are the one from the stars, I presume. I thought I never lived to see the day. I'm an all-star, if that's what you mean. We have a game tonight. Would you like to come? It's going to be quite a battle, even though it's for charity. Oh no, young warrior. I'm too old to be fighting, but I wish you well. You must hurry now if you are to save the little boy Nezu. That is, if you really are the magic one. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm just sightseeing before my game. What are you talking about? No time to explain. Go through this portal, find Nezu, and save him before it's too late. And Shaq whoosh, enters the second world. All right.
Awesome.
So here we go. We're first going to Catwalk Falls here. I'm going to be fighting Kaori. And this is going to showcase kind of the full... Oh, wait. So 3 things here. Got to point whenever we're in a fight. You at home, better point and Shaq dance, and then say ah when I give the cue. This is going to give the full extent of this run. So this is the Shaq Hurricane, and you do that, and you win the game. Shaq Dance. Everyone, you at home. Shaq Dance right now, just like that. Just like
get that
Shaq on
cardio
TV. Yes.
I'm standing up.
Stand up, get up, Shaq Dance right now, you at home. Ooh, Kaori jumping. Oh, wow. Kaori getting us some bad RNG. Wow, can I get to say the thing? That's never happened before.
Woo! 2 for 2
God.
tonight.
God, yeah, wow. Okay. That is, wow. Can we not, Kaori? That is unreal. Okay.
I mean, Shaq is 22 years old in this game since he was born in 1972. So
Yeah, wow. That was really weird. Really bad luck, but that's okay. So that's how this run will work is that point. We do the Shaq Hurricane, and that kind of try to keep him in a stun lock. Otherwise, this game is just ridiculously hard. Even on easy, it's so hard to play otherwise. If you get the chance to play this game, I'm sorry, but also just like you'll know how hard it is to control and whatnot. We also want the Shaq Dance. We also want the Shaq Hurricanes to get about halfway across the screen, and that's because otherwise they'll despawn. Because flawlessly programmed game, and just think of like if Street Fighter, just the Hadouken would just stop sometimes, just like that.
Yeah, some people in chat are calling it the Shaq Structo disc. There we go.
Shaq Structo disc.
yeah, there you go.
I love that. Shaq Structo disc.
That is now the canon name.
That is
Harder
a
to
good
say.
one.
Harder to say though.
That is
It's
a
pretty
lot harder to
difficult.
say.
That's true.
That is not a speed word.
That is a speed word. Point. Get your points out. Point. All right. Also, gotta love how we're on Team Shaq here. So Shaq is the team here on the charity basketball game. But why don't we bring out a few Shaq facts here? Give us a few
Oh
Shaq
man,
facts.
we got so
got-
many Shaq facts.
Tons of Shaq facts.
Yes, hit us with those Shaq facts real quick.
Well, the interesting thing about this, so Shaq went to LSU, was named College Player of the Year in 1991, and this game came out in 1994. So within 3 years of being named College Player of the Year and being named First Team All-American in 91 and 92, became a success to have his own video game on the Super Nintendo, the Genesis, the Amiga, the Game Gear, and the Game Boy. And later on, the Xbox, the Switch, and the PS4. So...
Yeah, this is like 5 platforms for this game, and then the remake, I guess, the other one where it's like a beat 'em up is on 3 other platforms. Shaq is on so many platforms.
It's because he's on a higher level.
He
It's
is.
true.
Oh, point. There we go. So real quick, I don't mean to cut into Shaq facts. This character, she can do a ground pound, and that'll do 1/4 of our life bar in an instant, and it hits us the whole ground. So be ready for that.
She has a voodoo doll too that she can just be anywhere and just stab it and hurt you. So
Yeah.
this is probably like the second worst fight in the game.
Yeah, it's not great. Oh, also if she gets too close, or if any of the enemies get too close, the Shaq Hurricane clips through them. So when that happens, Shaq Dance. There you go. You have to see a few of them get clipped.
That one was close too. Jeez.
That one was.
Yeah, that was scary.
Sometimes it gets a little close. So yeah, sometimes that happens. Not getting the greatest luck. That's okay. There's also a bonus game, but we'll unfortunately be skipping. But we got to make sure to not mash A here. Otherwise, there's a bonus minigame. You only play on this character's stage for whatever reason. So Shaq Dance.
Yeah.
You better be Shaq dancing. You at home. You right watching this.
I want to hear that cardio go up.
Yeah,
I'm
get that
Shaq
cardio going.
dancing.
The bridge is the true final boss. There we go. All right, so 2 fights here. We got Beast, and then point. Beast is not a lot going on, so we could probably put a few more Shaq facts going on here.
We get Shaq dance while Shaq fact, and
Yeah.
so I mean
Oh, that's so much Shaq.
that's a lot. I mean,
There's so much Shaq.
We could Shaq point while Shaq dancing while Shaq facting. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing. Like athleticism is his only skill, right? He was an actor and a musician, right? Went gold for
Yep.
what was it, Shaq Diesel
Yeah.
Became a
As a-
gold certified rap artist in 1994 with Shaq Fu Do Return.
Has a doctorate too.
Has a
remember
doctorate, yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, he's an outstanding actor. He was in Kazam and Steel. Oddly enough, didn't get in the Oscars, but I mean, he's a movie star.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
it's so odd.
This is one more cue. All right. You got to say ah. Everyone's got to say ah here for this one cutscene. What's in it? It's a mummy. Ah! So that's the final boss. So Tombstone Island, that is Set Ra. Set Ra has kidnapped Nezu. Oh, point. Sarah's kidnapped Nezu, and we have got to unravel him so we can get Nezu back from the second world. Set Ra here likes to jump over us like Kaori did earlier, interestingly enough. Looks like he's blocking too, which isn't too great either. Ideally, if they just get close by us where the Shakurkin doesn't clip and just chill, that's great. Which he's kind of chilling right now.
He's actually he's behaving.
Yeah.
This is a solid fight.
This is a solid Set Raw fight.
Yeah. Few blocks, but overall pretty decent. So
because usually he like teleports behind you and stabs you, and he's kind of a nightmare.
he gets like a Sonic jump. It looks like it, where it's like the little like spikes coming out. And
Yeah.
yeah. That can do like a bunch of your life bar too. All right, so time is coming up. And time. Shaq, let's do your Shaq dance right now. 60,000
dance.
points. Shaq dance. Keep Shaq dancing. Keep going. Keep halfway there. Keep going. Keep going.
This is a long Shaq
Keep going.
dance.
Keep going. 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 And you're done. All right. Let's give a special thanks to the GDQ Hotfix letting us come in here, letting us do this. This will get engraved in this Shaq Fu cartridge until we turn it off because it doesn't come with a save battery.
It doesn't have a battery in the card. You get a high score for nothing.
Thanks, Shaq. I am Nezu. You just saved my life. See there, Team Shaq. He's like, hey, appreciate it. No problem. I'm Shaq. Sorry, I'm late, boys. Let's just say I had to fight some traffic to get here.
Let's not say that. That's not what happened.
Oh no, not you again. I hope you could play hoops better. You could fight Beast. Beast's traveling through the interdimensional time portal to play Shaq in a charity basketball game.
My favorite
The
part
end.
about that is like the two guys in the gray jersey just nonchalant standing there while there's an alien behind them. Just nothing new here, boys.
Yeah,
Nothing to see here.
nothing to see here. But yes, that's all of Shaq Fu. Thanks again to Hotfix letting me run this. Want to give a shout outs to the fighting game speedrunning community. There's so many fighting games on speedrun.com you can look for. And there's the Speedy Fist community that's whole for any sort of fighting games there. They bring a bunch of those fighting game speedrunners together, so definitely shout out to them. Shout outs to all the Shaq Fu runners out there who somehow do this. We don't somehow do this to ourselves. All the platforms, all 5 of them. We still need an Amiga time, so if you want to claim a Shaq Fu world record, Amiga is on the table. So
Yeah, oddly enough, the Game Gear got taken semi-recently, so...
but yeah, that's all from me. Shaq, do you have anything to say? Well, I appreciate being on GDQ first time here. My favorite game ever because it features me. And yes, go watch the rest of Awfully Silly here. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, Shaq. Appreciate it.
Yeah, wow. Thanks, Shaq. That's high praise.
Thank you, Shaq.
Wow. Thank you, Shaq. Yeah, anyone else, commentators as well? If you anything else you want to shout out?
No, not really.
No, I'm good.
Oh, bonus points to you if you saw Shaquille O'Neal in the credits there. Again, the credits right there.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here for this this short little gem of a speed run. And if you are still watching at home or wherever you're at, we're going to take another little break here so we can get set up for our next few awfully 16-bit games here. So go ahead, get your Shaq dance on, get whatever it is that you need, get some water, get some, stay hydrated, and we will be back here in just a few more moments. All right, and welcome back again to Awfully Silly, the 16-bit SNES edition. We want to go over a few things just before we get jumping into what you can already see on your screen. I'm sure is another just terrific, wonderful Super Nintendo game. We wanted to remind you. I'm sure you can all understand what we're now laughing at. It was a surprise to all of us at the same time. But just as a reminder, Games Done Quick Highlights is a channel that features highlights of our GDQ Hotfix shows. You can use exclamation point highlights to learn more about our highlights channel in the chat. Well, I mean, how else do we continue? We just got to throw it on over to Ritz Blues here for Super Back to the Future 2 with a very special guest commentator in addition to the other special guest commentators. So go ahead and take it away.
Thank you very much. Hello, GDQ. Hope everybody is having a good evening tonight. How was that Shaq run, guys? Shaq to the future.
Oh my gosh, Shaq to the future.
Shaq to the future.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So, I am Ritz Blues. Joining us tonight by my side here, my good friend.
I'm Zimbar.
And also with us over Discord is...
Hey, Bro Sencha here, just here to have some fun. I've played this game. I'm not a speedrunner of the game, but I have played a decent amount, and I have my complaints as well as my praises when it comes to Super Back to the Future.
And I have speedrun this game before, but I no longer do.
Yeah. I can't blame you for burning up. So let's go ahead and we get caught by the attract mode here before I get set up. So no.
I'm so happy to actually Conception. I'm finally on your show.
Yeah, well,
I don't have to play anything. It's even better.
Well, yeah, if you recall, I was going to say this at some point in the run, but Ritz has been on before. Who read Sabor before, and I think you were there commentating for that as well.
You were there for that.
Oh, well,
Sabor.
never mind then. I guess I have been here. Okay.
Well, welcome back.
Good game. Yay, I'm back.
All right. Are we ready for countdown?
I believe we are.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, yeah. 0-1.
Oh, no, that's not good.
No, we went back.
That's going to cost a little extra time, I think. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is the demo level. Whoops. That's okay.
Wait,
we'll
there's a demo level?
There is a demo level. It's fine. We'll go through that.
Okay, I actually had no idea. Okay, woo, do a backflip.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is just showing off, I guess, how you play the game.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Thank you, Ritz Blues.
Oh, yes.
It looks like this level is fairly easy as long as you learn the basic mechanics.
Or you don't miss the platforms.
The platform.
It's okay. It won't be the only time we miss a platform cycle. It will probably not be the last either.
Yeah, so is this like 100% versus any percent now?
Apparently it is now.
New category just created.
Yeah. Plus tutorial, yeah. You know, I feel like I would get really dizzy with all of those backflips.
Oh my god, the kickflips. Yep. That's the longest one I think I've ever seen in the game.
That's one of the longest jumps.
All right.
Shadow the Hedgehog, eat your heart out. Okay.
All right. So Marty makes his way back home from the events of Back to the Future. He meets up with Jennifer. When all of a sudden,
Oh no!
Doc comes tearing by in the time machine.
He's so red.
He is very pink. Yes.
He's blushing, okay? Or sunburned. He might be very sunburned. But
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what they don't talk about that with time travel. You get a lot of UV coming
Yeah.
in through the windshield. It's
Yep.
terrifying.
Yeah, that's what it is. He traveled to the future and like the ozone layer was so thin he got a sunburn instantly.
I feel like maybe by 2015, maybe they should have figured out how to get more ozone up there, but nah, I don't know.
But yeah, Super Back to the Future, it's arguably the best like entry in the console Back to the Future series if you ignore the Telltale game. It's you know, it's really good. It's great, I promise.
Wait, this is a Telltale game?
No, Telltale made a game like an adventure game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I haven't actually played that, but I've heard it's really good.
Oh boy. Well, we're already on.
I see first level already.
Very fun first
well.
level here. So yeah, so the controls in this game, icy physics, Sonic style like jump attacks, and extremely unforgiving checkpoints.
Yep.
Yeah. And for people in chat saying that glass blocks UV, that's only certain types of glass. Okay?
This is true.
Yeah. Do you think DeLoreans in 1985 blocked UV? No way. They amplified it. They like magnified it on the driver.
Yeah. So the first stage is pretty straightforward. I mean, you pretty much just jump through it. I do love that in the future of 7 years ago, that law enforcement's primary means of defense is giant revolvers with even bigger bullets.
Yeah, just giant.
Yep.
I feel like the speed that they're moving, they wouldn't be super deadly. They would probably stop you just because of how hefty they are. It's like shooting an iron or like an anvil at somebody. It's gonna stop them.
Yep. So here we have our first boss fight against Griff.
That's not nice.
Nope.
Oh.
Shout outs to Michael Jackson on the monitor for helping us out with that first hit.
Thank you, Michael Jackson. You are fantastic.
But yeah, I haven't really talked much about the plot. So we had to go to the future to rescue Marty Jr. from a terrible fate, and we did that by basically interfering with Griff here. So he sends Tetris Boy, Captain Laserbeam, and Barbarisha after us to get back at us for intervening. So yeah, we'll see them mostly.
Yeah,
Kinda.
This stage already starts with a lot of speed strats. Like the first stage, it's mostly you got to play it well.
Yep.
This stage, there will be some skips because Griff fully intends on you fighting his friends. But I think you're only going to fight 2 out of 3 of them, and you're not even going to fight them for very long. And the third if we get the skip.
Yep. If I have my way, they will have very, very limited screen time. There was Tetris Boy. Bye.
Yeah.
There's one down.
Oh, that was brutal. Just absolutely wrecked him. I guess you only really fight one of them, huh?
No, you fight Captain Laserbeam as well. So.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. The move. Okay.
Oh,
Here's
yes.
the deal. This game has what's called ice physics all the time. And that is like the number 1 flaw of the game. Number 2 flaw is that ice physics are even worse when you're on any moving platform.
Yep. If you go back and forth on a horizontal moving platform, the transition to turning back and forth stops your movement.
Yeah.
Oh, we got it.
Oh, you got the... Oh, Barbarisha's gone. Okay, you didn't even get to see her spin.
Nope.
She's got good spins, but...
Yeah,
It takes too long.
I call her Barbarisha because she's like the boss from Final Fantasy IV, completely invulnerable while spinning. And she spins for about 30 seconds before you can finally attack her. Only takes one hit. All right, so we're coming up on the end of stage 2-1 here, and we just have to dodge Captain Laserbeam's laser here.
No laser.
Here. Oh, he always gets one off, so you have to jump it.
Yeah. I mean, no laser in your face,
Yes, please no. All right. So we've taken out.
That's good. Very nice.
Taken out. Thank you very
smooth
much. That was, we've taken out Griff's flunkies, and now we are headed for our final showdown with Griff. And unfortunately, you can't use hoverboards on water because you don't have power.
Yeah. Instead, what you do is you use the power of perspective.
Yep.
Specifically, the fountains that you see here. While you can deal plenty of damage without using the fountain, you can also spray him with it. That's the intended way to battle him.
Yeah, but if
you're cheesing him.
Yeah, if you jump when he roars.
Yeah, it's also getting that height of a jump requires almost the full movement that you have available on that small platform.
It's really difficult.
It's like a run speed jump, so you have to be at full speed to get that height.
Oh, very nice. Using the boost off of the projectile. That's one thing that you're going to see a lot of lately. How things that can hurt you can actually be extremely helpful. And if you're attacking, you're not going to take damage.
Good fight. So that's Griff down, and we did it. We saved Marty Jr. We rescued the future.
Yep. Time to go back home.
So, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I definitely said this was like a really difficult game, and it has the potential to be. But wait a minute. Wait, Biff Senior, what are you doing?
Look, there's a free video, free car. Yeah, this is a pretty car.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Sneak away. We're going away.
That sprite gets me every time I see it.
It's such a good
sprite of him.
You can steal the DeLorean with style. Travel through time with style, and what a better stylish villain than Biff Senior.
Yep.
So yeah, we're back in 1985. Yeah, I mean I call him Biff Senior, but it's just.
There's only one Biff, but he still considers himself Biff Senior.
That's okay. We didn't fall down, so.
Yeah, honestly, this part took me forever the first time I was playing this game. Like, I'm not even kidding you. The physics in this game
they're
legit
terrible.
Impossible. And Ritz Blues makes this game look playable. Like, the game is pretty. The music is fantastic. The gameplay, fun, but very difficult to deal with.
The other thing that happens in this game a lot is lag, and so a lot of what I try to do at times is make it a point to try to avoid any kind of jumping or attacking of enemies that would cause the game to lag more. Okay, gotta make these little precision jumps here.
Yeah,
there we go.
That was good. Very, very nice. Are those also death pits if you fall in them?
No, but they definitely cost time. I prefer the top route. So
yeah. Whee! Just, casually phase through that spike up there too.
It's fake on purpose. Oh no! Come on. There we go.
Okay, somebody said pretty question mark. Yeah, let me go ahead and say, look at this game and then think back to Shaq Fu. Think back to Lord of the Rings, okay? Let's go ahead and say, this is a peg above them all.
Well, came out the year before as well, I'd like to point out.
So this is clearly not the 1985 we left behind. Somehow Biff has taken over Hill Valley with his Pleasure Paradise and Cassie. Home of the Biff Tons Museums.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the museum dedicated Hill Valley. See, our trip to the racetrack on the 21st birthday made him a millionaire overnight. Learn how he paralyzed that money into the asset called Biffco.
Yeah.
That smile's pretty good too. He's got a good
that's another good sprite.
Yep.
Like, what's he hide?
Well, every sprite of Biff in this game, of Biff and Griff, are they're priceless. They are the best sprites in the game.
Yeah. What's a museum that the Loo? Sure.
The
let's
Loo.
Go ahead and put them in. Yeah.
Even the Biff busts here, the golden robotic bouncy Biff busts are like hilarious. Can I make it? Can I make it? Can I make it? Yes, we made it. Okay, cool.
Okay, good. Iframes are very important in the speedrun that you have here because they actually last for a long time, but because you only have 3 hit points, every single one matters. And honestly, you're using damage boosts all over the place in order to save a lot of time.
A lot of these stages are just very tight on that health.
Yeah, and on top of that, like a lot of the puzzles are like kind of Yoku block style, disappearing, reappearing. Oh, I hit that perfect pixel where I landed on the enemy. Oof, that's okay. But yeah, there's like timing puzzles where you have to like stop moving in a game where you have ice physics. Stop moving. Right. Okay. That's a trap, and that's a trap. Okay. So instead of stopping moving, which is slow, we just plow right through the spikes.
So the 2 traps that you pass by, they take you back to earlier in the level, right?
They take me in an area that loses me time, but there's more traps up ahead. So
yeah, there are a lot of ways to lose time and go back to earlier sections in various levels here.
Yep.
Honestly, considering that everything is ice physics, it can be
all those right there.
Those 3 at the end there all send you to the very beginning of the stage. In this game, there are no checkpoints. If you die, you go to the very beginning of whatever stage you're on. So this is the worst boss in the game. It's so broken. It's so buggy. So I'm gonna focus. You guys, explain what's wrong with this fight.
So first of all,
dance,
getting down to him is a little rough, and all the little balls that are bouncing around, if they fall through the level, will damage the boss.
Okay, watch Marty here. This is his last hit.
Oh, this is another fun thing.
You got the glitch. Good. Simply put, Ritz Blues is at 0 health right now. If you get hit and fly into the tube behind you, you then are able to keep surviving. Every hit kills you, except if you go into the pipe, you're still alive. So, there you go, still surviving. One important thing, though, is that this boss can actually underflow his health if you get unlucky. Oh, you did it! That was a perfect fight.
Yeah, it was not perfect, but it was. If you underflow the boss, it's a ton of time wasted. So
during that small
get a health underflow there, in which case you're just gonna die and fight him again.
I can also underflow my lives if I die there.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that.
That boss has quite a few glitches that happen.
Oh, that was tight, but I made it.
Yeah, Ritz Blues was using some damage boosting in order to make it through the floating cannonball section.
You have to.
Important in 1985, there were a lot of floating cannonballs all over the place. It was a weird year, okay? That's when I was born. Flying cannonballs, lots of elevators in the casino. Not like good elevators. Very dangerous elevators in the casinos, as well as half pipes.
Check out these half pipes, man.
Ramps down.
Sweet. Say what you want about Biff as a villain. He sure does know how to design a Cassie.
Not really good at the colors, though. Like, I don't really dig the green, purple. It's...
So there's a great damage boost here.
Okay. Simply put, if you do not damage boost, you have to wait about
probably
3, 4, 5 seconds on every spike there. If you damage boost there, though, you can beat a cycle here. Zembar was telling me yesterday, beat a cycle.
Yeah, and that whole
spikes there.
In that whole hallway, there's a line of spikes that shows up before each platform on a cycle.
Yeah.
If you don't do that damage boost, you have to wait for them as well, another 5 seconds on each platform or so.
So this boss has a really nice quick kill if you do it right. It's not particularly difficult, but and it's not a big deal if we don't get it, but it's fun to do.
Cool.
You just kind of. I think we got it.
Oh my god!
There you go. There you go.
That was beautiful. Holy crap!
Easy every time.
Yeah.
So
you don't do that; they merge.
Yep.
I mean, the little one writes the bigger one's back. That's the merge. I guess it's not really merging, you know. And then you gotta split the band up.
Yep.
Darn mighty.
What about Dad? What about George McFly?
What are you talking about? Your father's where he's been for the past 12 years. Oak Park Cemetery.
No way.
Go and see for yourself. Yeah.
So we do. Yeah. We're going to Oak Park Cemetery. Zembar's favorite levels.
This one's not so bad. It's the next one.
The first one going in. But you remember that part in the movie where he fights those British flaming Mohawk punks? Me neither.
Yeah. By the way, money is important. You can buy health in certain places as well as lives. Right now, you have money maxed out, but if you get a game over, it goes all the way down to 0. We really do not want that to happen.
No, we do not.
That definitely affects routing.
Especially on the hardest stage in the game. You want to have that money as an insurance policy. to keep you alive. So yeah, introducing Biff's special forces. I don't know what kind of bullets they're shooting, but I want to touch it.
I'm really
Okay, they do
confused
hurt.
about why they're prioritizing the cemetery as well. It's just strange.
Oh, there we go. We have another missed platform, so now we dance.
There they are.
All right.
Honestly, even though this definitely wasn't in the movie, it does a really good job of following pretty much all of the plot points of the
And
movie.
another
A
missed
lot better
platform.
than Japanese Star
Yeah.
Wars.
Yeah,
which-
I mean,
where Darth Vader turns into a giant scorpion and tries to kill you. You know, it's not.
Wait, what?
What? Have you not played the
No.
Japanese Star Wars? It's for
Yeah, I'm gonna have
NES.
to-
Oh my god!
I'm gonna have to look at that
Oh
one.
no! Oh, I gotta go look that up now.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hi, Skinner. Bye, Skinner.
there's another game for you. Conception.
I'll be
Star
looking
Wars
at that one.
NES. Yeah, there are two different Star Wars for NES though. So if one of them seems too normal, go for the other one.
I think I'll be able to differentiate with the Scorpion.
All right, this is my favorite Doc Brown scene. I'm afraid it is happening, Marty.
His hands. He's just. He's.
He talks with his hands.
Yep.
It's true. What do you mean, Doc? Well, Biff has the almanac. That's not at all how he talks.
Yeah. So, Biff's got the almanac. Future Biff gave past Biff it, but we don't know how, when, or where. So now we got to go back to dear old stepdad and find the almanac. Find out how he got it, and then figure out what to do from there.
So one cool mechanic with this is that, we did the cemetery. Now you get to go through the same level, only backwards.
And
wow,
raining.
only 2 shots to get that jump. That jump
Yeah.
is so hard. It looks
It's been
trivial.
annoying.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these jumps are also really hard. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, I didn't even get a jump. That's cool. Thank you,
As
game.
Fritz was alluding to earlier, this is my favorite level,
Yeah.
as in my most hated level.
He hates this level. Can't blame them. This level's awful.
Those blocks.
Yeah.
Oh boy, we got the audio glitch.
Uh-oh. Yeah,
I hope you guys like machine
gun
guns.
Okay, as you can see, this level actually introduces a mechanic. It requires you to actually attack these projectiles in order to fly higher up into the air. If you never learn it, you never beat this level.
Yep.
But,
And
we've already been using that quite a bit, but I hope you all really enjoy lag because, yeah. There's going to be
Welcome.
some lag. Oh, that was a good jump right
Yeah,
there.
it's really
like
tight.
every
Yeah.
jump where it looks like you land on the platform at the very height of your jump, it is the very height. If you don't get it right there, you're a pixel off, you're gonna fall. I think. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up right now. I'm just trying to commentate this game.
Most of
Okay.
the jumps are
Most of these
tight.
jumps are very tight.
They are very
So,
tight.
Here we get some boosts with these Molotov cocktails if I do it right. What happened
Whoa.
to the top half
What?
of the level?
It didn't load?
I've never seen that happen. What happened to the top of the level? Where is it?
Come back. Oh, can you still get
I don't
it?
think I can finish the level. I've never seen this glitch before. Okay, now we're out of
Now
bounds.
we're out of bounds.
Okay. Let's
What
try this
happened?
again. Come back, level.
Okay,
Can you come back, please?
try again. Like, I know there's triggers you
Looks
can
like it's-
skip, but like, hang on. I think we're okay.
Yeah.
I think you got it.
Okay.
the
I
level's
must have
back.
skipped
Good.
a trigger in this
Wow,
area. I've never
yeah.
seen that. I've never seen that.
Because I think this is the first level we discovered there are loading triggers for enemies and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. There's a trigger that I'm going to skip in a little bit here.
Everybody, welcome to randomly disappearing platforms.
I hate this part.
Platforms.
Yeah.
This is the best.
The first attempt at it is really easy, and then if you mess up, then they're all going to disappear at once. Come on,
Oh
game.
my gosh.
Yeah. Come on. No. Okay.
Oh, this video game design, everybody. This is
Yeah.
why you go to school for design, so you can make areas
So you
like
don't
this.
do this.
No, this is
No,
why you
do
don't do
do
this.
this, okay?
Lord, this is the worst I've ever done on this. Come on.
No, it's not. I remember you playing it on my channel. That was amazing. I love
right,
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Gee whiz. All right. So we're going to skip a load trigger for some bombs here, which also gets rid of a ton of lag. Wow, this is a very historic Flash
That was all new.
That was
Something all new for. All right.
Everybody, we're learning about this video game and that maybe there's some issues.
All right, so we're back in the casino, but this time we're kind of sneaking our way back up to the top here because we don't want to get caught by Biff's goons. And what casino would be safe without the utmost state-of-the-art? I love these springs, by the way.
The best spring, yeah.
The utmost state-of-the-art in fire protection with about, I don't know, a dozen fire axes and 0 fire extinguishers per floor. Pay no attention to the graphical glitch. It happens.
Is that normal? Like for you?
It actually happened in the casino earlier. It happens quite a bit in this game, but I haven't seen that one very often.
Okay. You got the machine gun glitch again.
Yes, machine guns again.
So that's a pretty common one to get.
Yeah, but twice. I love it. I love it so much.
It happens almost all the time in this one, but anytime another gunner starts shooting, it can happen again. Oh, there we go. I think we got it for good now. I love these springs. So, all right. So, we made it back to confront Biff, and he tells us, with the sound of gunfire echoing in the background, that.
What do you want? Because if it's about money, forget it.
When did you get the almanac?
How the heck do you know about that? It was 1955. Too bad you're gonna die now.
Gun. I love that. I love how they can draw. They have so many different guns in this game, and he shoots it in this. If you stand across him, he'll shoot it. But
in the movie, he never shoots you.
No.
Like, really, you shoot first, ask questions later. That's like #1 rule. But no, let's go ahead and talk to Marty McFly because maybe I do want the past to go back.
I love Biff's face. I'm just going to step out of the way here so we can see it in its glory.
It's hungry.
So good.
Just slip a little sandwich in there, you know?
All right. So we're going back to 1955, another 30 years in the past, for to try and get the almanac back. So this is the hardest level in the game. It kicked my butt yesterday. Let's see how we do today. So yeah, 1955, Hill Valley. Let me tell you, all the kids running around, they weren't John Wayne. Nobody wanted to be John Wayne in Hill Valley 1955. They wanted to be Ryu.
You know, I don't know. Karate existed. Like, it's fine. You can learn karate. Everybody, you're allowed to learn karate in the 50s. Fine.
Yep. Right.
All right.
Okay. Here we go. Let's see if we get good luck.
So it's bad RNG on the first. Well, it's not RNG. It's a skill issue. You can call it a skill issue. It's fine. Oh nope, not quite. So
okay, that's gonna be a death.
So I'm gonna wind up dying on this quite a bit, but or I should say taking, like, this is the most reset heavy part of the run, which is why I fought so hard to get extra lives and tons of money. So
honestly, dying here is still faster than going the normal route.
Yep.
Simply put, one wonderful thing, if you don't take damage at the beginning of the level and collect health right here, you get an extra life. You did take damage, so not a huge deal. You've got 5 lives left.
Yeah.
So, and I shouldn't need that many, so. Oh, a little slow. So this skips about a 1.5 long auto scroller plus a plus a very difficult timing puzzle, like a Yoku block spike puzzle on the humongous tower. Like, the amount of time this saves is unbelievable.
But again, it's really difficult to pull off.
It's the hardest part of the game, bar none. Like, I know people have like a lot of trouble with like the second to last stage, but honestly, I'd take that over this one any day. There are some really cool glitches, but since I've already died a couple times, there's a second skip that's even harder than the one I'm attempting right now. Come on, game, really? That if you get it, saves about 30 seconds. But it's even harder. Really?
Oh,
Wow.
come on, you spikes.
This is like it's my stream luck, right? Every time I do this on stream.
Yeah, I saw him practicing this early. He nailed it every time.
I know.
It is.
All right, so I'm gonna get serious, or I'm gonna get tilted, one or the other. So.
Whee! Yeah, I've got faith. We're gonna get it, everybody. Just you.
Believe it or not, the glitch is easier than actually doing the casual intended strat. So
I believe
and more
it,
consistent.
yeah. Like I do know that at some point I gave up playing this game. It gets really hard.
Nope.
Marty looks so happy until he's dead. Hell yeah. Strangely happy.
Really? Wow. So what I'm trying to do is skip that wall there. So if I can skip it, we'll save so much time.
That's okay. We're still saving time.
This is why the estimate is what it is. The world record on this is actually under 30 minutes. So, but I mean, come on.
I mean,
This game
honestly,
is not easy.
the game has some flaws. It's very difficult, considering that you're constantly playing with ice physics and you have to do this extremely precise jump here. Like, what's great is when you go and watch world records, they get a first try. But that's because it's a recorded attempt. You're watching live attempts at trying to get this extremely precise trick.
That one was a little late. The one before it was a little early.
And so, just so y'all know, if you go and watch those world records, you can have that much more appreciation for all of the attempts that people have put into them. Seriously.
Yep.
And all of the karate that those kids have put into this, too.
Yeah, they got quite the workout.
I'm not sure what that move is called, though. Like the
downward smash with the nunchuck where you leap up first? Yeah, I have no idea.
That like a crane form move. That would be kung fu, though. Maybe they're doing kung fu, not karate. I don't know.
Oh, wow, I didn't even get the jump input. Thanks, game. All right, so I'm going to give this a couple more goes, and then I think what I might do is, if it's okay with you, Con, I can pull up the password for the stage after this, because I don't want to spend too much time on this. I would like people to actually experience the end of the game, but this is by far the worst I've ever seen it happen on this one stage here.
Yeah, I mean, some days you just hit every single time, and some days you just don't. Welcome to speedrunning, everybody.
Yeah.
Well, it's you never really know what kind of day it's going to be until it's that day.
Got it.
There we go.
Oh yeah!
Oh, finally.
Whee!
We are not doing the unsafe strat that saves less time for more flashiness. We are going to do the safest strats possible to finish the level now. Also, just look at this. The physics for these springboards are ridiculous. This is as fast as I can go to the side. You can just it's barely even possible to do these.
there's a weird momentum engine in this game.
Oh, the evil balloons! Watch out! Everybody, the balloon revolution of 1955 just changed the world. You don't even know.
The other thing, a subtle thing that you may or may not have noticed, the sun has actually set, and it's it's now sunset in the game. All right, I need to pay attention to
that is symbolic of time, which this game is about.
It's 21, so we're going to wait about 32 seconds. So, we can talk about stuff here. So, earlier when we were watching the attract screen, there was, what is it? We put Marty was fighting Griff and
Oh.
it was making a noise, and we were talking about a board game, and we posted it awfully silly about the board game that reminds me of.
Oh yeah, Omega Virus. That was the name of the game. Okay, platform, you got it. This is faster than actually trying to play this game. By the way.
Well, it's the same speed, but what this does is manipulate the spawns for the balloons that you can't even see because they're not there. Because if I go down in the pit, the balloons will spawn, and their RNG, their pattern is terrible.
And they cause lag. So this is literally faster than playing the game.
So if I stand on that edge, and I'd have to wait for that platform anyway. And once you get to the edge, that platform starts moving, but its cycle is just out of reach. You can actually see it on its cycle if I were to do the really difficult trick to save time.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I see.
Right. So we're gonna do, unfortunately,
Hill Valley
one of these
eyes.
annoying block puzzles here. Because I want to save one hit for the very end.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some damage boosting now.
I love how much damage boosting there is in this game. Like, unironically, it's great. It's fantastic.
There is quite a bit.
And lag. It's great.
Yeah, damage boosting, lag. It's all you could have ever wanted.
Coming up, we got the soda climb.
Yeah. This is the stage that checks your memory, see if you remember how to climb.
And yeah, I would use my hands and my feet. Oh, you're using hands. Okay.
Yep. 19.
Today we're using soda cans.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you almost got hurt there.
If you land on the ground at exactly the wrong frame, come on.
You can just get hit by a soda can and you're done for that
It's
moment.
time to climb. So yeah, this is the intended mechanic to get through the stage.
You got it. Yeah, all of those soda cans, everybody.
Except now I can't get down.
So now he has to get right.
I just love the. Oh, you can do it. I love the one that does.
Where's the rest of the stage? Where's the rest of the stage?
We have a.
Oh, there you go.
All right, that works.
That's another never seen before. I wonder if it has to do with you starting with the
tutorial.
Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea.
Because we've never really.
That's the only thing that I haven't done. That's
This run is
leading to
cursed.
This run is cursed, and
Like,
I lost
the
my
best
damage
way
boost.
possible.
So now I have to take the last part careful. So yeah.
That's okay. I like cursed runs. Okay, cursed video games, my favorite kind. Who knows? Will this game even be beatable today? Nobody knows.
Please,
just don't hit the screen.
Please, I really don't want to mercy kill this. So please don't
you've
jinx
got
me, Rosetta.
passwords.
Okay. Nah, come on, Karate Kid, get out of my way.
You can do it. Oh, so close.
There we go. All right.
Whee!
So yeah, I had to spend about an extra 5 or 6 seconds there just because I didn't have the extra hit that I needed to get past that kid. So
Yeah, that first spring, if you hit it one time, just sends you straight to a spike.
No, look away.
We've been had. That's not where the almanac is at all.
Where could it be? Oh, Beth lying to you? Who would have thought, Who would have guessed?
All right, so now we're at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance.
Ah, yeah. Seriously, I'm so glad I never have to go to a school dance ever again in my life. If anybody ever asks me to chaperone, I'm just going to go ahead and laugh at them. Yeah, there's not a chance. I don't want to chaperone. You want me to play, piano in a band for a school dance? I'm out. No, never. Unless there's a lot of soda.
Oh, yeah.
Then maybe. Maybe Diet Coke, Don't want to get too many carbs.
Rosenta pop drinker kid confirmed.
When I was a kid, oh my gosh. Here's the deal. Utah is the land of milk and honey. And by honey, I mean sugar. Seriously, there's so much sugar here. There are soda shops all over the place. Yeah, and there you go get soda, and then you pump. You know the syrup that they add to snow cones and stuff in order to add more flavor. You just pump your soda full of that. So they get sugar and sugar and sugar and sugar. And that's how people live in Utah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fly punch.
Yeah.
Right next to the trag can.
Uh-huh. Good job.
We did it. We cut the rubber almanac that's super bouncy. Except now Biff is pulling a page from his grandson's notebook and sending his lackeys after us. So now we have to fight skinhead matches and 3D glasses at the same time here. So we're going to start at the bottom here. So this is a move that I don't use very often, but you have to use it on the guy at the bottom here. And when you basically stop the hoverboard and you make that little sound, that is
basically it's a
considered an attack.
slide damage, slide kick. Yeah.
But if you do it wrong, you just like run into an enemy and you die or take a hit. So
Yeah, to do that has to stop your momentum, so you're slowing down to a stop.
be careful now.
To do it.
Game, please. I'd like to jump there.
How do party toys like even hurt people? I feel like, well, maybe this was before like party toy standards were really raised, you know. They're actually made out of stainless steel. They just pop out, sever an arm, you know. The 50s were wild.
Yeah, kind of gives me an idea for a D&D character.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
All right, pardon the language. Yep. So Biff steals the almanac back. It's time for everybody's favorite breakfast cereal, though.
Oh yeah.
Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
I don't know what happened to Hill Valley to have so many Reese's Puffs. Maybe it was like a meteor storm.
Yes. Biff summons a meteor storm.
The power of the almanac.
Oh my gosh.
He's become corrupt with power. Oh no.
He got
Now we get to take the low road.
Too much materia, that Biff, you know?
So yeah, you don't want to be down here. But we're down here, so it's okay, it's recoverable, it's just awful.
Yeah. Also, the wall climbs, they work out pretty well.
Well,
You did
wall climbs
good.
are okay, but that top ledge is like reaching from underneath like the edge of a table to climb up on top of it. It's such a stupid mechanic. You have to actually hold neutral for it to work.
By the way, chat, I appreciate you talking about the various beverages that are or aren't allowed in Utah. It makes me live. Okay, it brings me life. I'm not going to talk about them though because we got Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs. All right, this part went much better than the last run I did. So,
Oh yeah.
all right, so we've only got one last tricky bit here with some more motorcycles.
Oh. You know, everybody has really big heads. Like those guys especially.
Yep, we're going to damage boost here.
Ow. And then the flip to the finish. Woo!
Yep, I'm just holding run and right, and it should automatically finish the stage.
Yeah.
Other than jumping over like this lip here. So there we go. Yep.
You got it.
All right. We're in the clear now. We're coming up on the final boss fight. So time will be when the almanac appears after I hit Biff like 5 times?
5 or 6, something like that.
Something like that. Have absolutely no idea what that thing is on the back of Biff's car.
I swear it's like a ham radio or something. These are ham radio enthusiasts, Booth. Oh yeah, time. Yeah.
All right. So that's Super Back to the Future 2. And our reward for completing such a challenging game is this delightful cutscene.
It's really good. Yeah!
Yeah, get those Reese's Puffs. Eat them up. And that's Super Back to the Future Part 2.
Oh.
But
Again,
don't go away.
Like,
We've
go
got
ahead.
another run coming up here. Last thoughts, though, Brosencha and Zembar?
I love that this game exists. It's very clear that the people who worked on it put in a lot of passion and put in a lot of work. It is a flawed video game, yes. And I mean, we have seen more flaws today than I think I've ever seen in a game before. But like, it still is really cool, and I think if it had come out in the U.S., people would have complained about some stuff, but it still would have been one of those treasured memories of a lot of people. Sad that it never made it here, but it's here for you on GDQ.
Yeah, I mean, what Bro said, it's a flawed but very enjoyable game.
So, thank you, Brosentia, for joining us this evening. Stay tuned, though. Zembar and I will be back for the next game here in a few minutes after we get set up for Wayne's World. Oh, also, good game design here. The game, after we get Finn here, I think I think it soft locks at this point.
Well, don't duplicate. Enough of broadcast.
This is it. We can't do anything else.
Shut it off! Shut it off! Eat it up!
All right.
Well, yeah, didn't expect that, but on the last screen there. But excellent. Yes, thank you so much for Ritz and Brosentia and Zembar for that excellent run. For everybody at home, we're going to take one last quick little break here. Go on, stretch, go on, ride your hoverboards, whatever you need to do. But we will see you here in just a few more moments for our finale of tonight's episode. See you then. All right, and welcome back to Awfully Silly, the awfully 16-bit SNES version of the show. Before we get started with our last game, which you can see on the screen, hold on, I need to check something because I was told this will be worth the I'm waiting for the delay. Hold on, I need to see it. It's happening. It's happening. Yes, this is what I hoped it would be. Yes. Oh man, I couldn't see what you all fine folks at home could see until just now. You can see we have some cosplayers on the stream for sure. But before we get right into it, we have. Coming up after this, we have That's Never Happened Before, which is a show that features glitches and breaks them down and how they work. The game that's going to be featured tonight is Metroid Dread, so I'm going to be excited to see that one. It's going to be awesome. And if you're interested on some more hotfix content for the week, coming tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern is Aimbot, which is a show that features FPS and other shooter-type speedruns. There will not be any random number generation tomorrow, but you can tune in for Aimbot. We have to get into what is assuredly going to be the best game ever created, Wayne's World, and welcome back to Ritz, Blues, and Zembar.
Party on, Ritz.
Party on, Wayne. It's Wayne's World. Party time. Excellent. All right.
Party on, chat.
Party on, chat. That's right. I am Wayne Ritz Blues Campbell, and joining me tonight,
I'm taking the place of Garth Zembar. I don't know his last name.
Aldar.
You
don't remember your last name, dude?
No.
All right. So, time started, by the way. Oops, accidentally hit start. So here we go. This is it. We're jumping right in. So this is Wayne's World, and according to Conception, this is the best game. Actually, I'm fairly certain when I looked up this game to decide whether or not to speedrun it, the Google search I put in was worst Super Nintendo game ever. I was not disappointed.
This is definitely a contender.
It might not be the worst, but it's up there. So yeah, this is Wayne's World. It's a run and gun kind of shooter. Very difficult. And every level is like a big giant maze. There's no checkpoints. I can pick them, right? Just games without checkpoints. And plenty of lag. Another aspect of many of the games I like to play. But this one's got a special kind of game quality to it. It's got delightful faces, delightful sounds, like those kazoos. How about those kazoos? Here's a couple more. There they are. Aren't they cute? They're so cute and deadly. It has great faces, you know, like the graphics that they use are fantastic, but I'm going to do something that's probably going to ruin the stream for everybody now. I want you to take a very close look at Wayne's lower lip as I am running forward. What color is under his lip? If you guessed, like, forest green, you would be correct.
What?
Just watch. Oh no, Garth. So yeah, the plot of this game this is a Wayne's World episode where they talk about that one time they were playing a bunch of arcade games and they were ranking them. But the worst game that they played though was a game called Xantar the Gelatinous Cube. And it's because when they played it, it got like zapped with lightning or power surge or something like that, and came to life and sucked Garth right into the game. And so this is, and in order to save his buddy, Wayne has entered the game to save his friend.
So this is what the inside of video games looks like.
Yes. And it just so happens that Xantar the Gelatinous Cube's levels are various scenes from the Wayne's World movie.
Convenient.
So anytime we pick up a little thumbs up, we get excellent. That's extra health. So I'll be doing that a lot here. One of the other features of this game is that you can take damage when you are at the end of the stage. And if you take your last hit, even like during the closing cutscene of the stage, you can die and be forced to do the level over. That's real great. Oh, don't want to touch that.
Which always means you want to get to the end of the stage with at least 2 health.
Yeah, we're gonna swing this. I don't want to risk getting hit there. So the up arrow is the swing. So
yeah, I was gonna say you said we're gonna swing this like that was a normal thing to say.
Yep. It's the swing, and that makes everything on the screen explode. It does not give you iframes, but at least it gets rid of things that are out of reach or like from a perspective that you can't shoot. Wayne cannot shoot any direction but in front of him, whichever way he's facing. So there's not really a good way to hit enemies that are above you or below you other than jumping to their level.
And I just hope y'all are enjoying that guitar sound that you're hearing every now and then.
Oh, don't worry, it's not the worst sound yet. Yeah, the sound design in this game is, well, it was completed.
It was completed.
I'm sure someone got paid. Probably should have gotten fired, but hey, you know. Go away, Kazoo. No one likes you. Alright, so here's the end of stage 1-2. Whoa! Bye, Garth.
That Garth getting ripped away is it gives me very your princess is in another castle energy.
Oh, it's constant. Every level, man. Every level. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. Go. So here we are, stage 3 of the music shop. This one's arguably about as hard, if not harder, than the first stage. All of these stages are like a maze, and I'm trying not to go through side routes, but even with as much as I've played this game, sometimes I get mixed up because it definitely runs together. But for the most part, I just try to take the most direct route through the rooms. Wow, that's why I hate the whammy bar attack. Because sometimes it just straight up misses enemy hitboxes. So yeah, there's different power-ups you can pick up that affect the sound waves that come out of the absolutely wrong color of Wayne's guitar. Like, all the colors for Wayne's character sprite are completely wrong. He's wearing a white shirt, he has a very green guitar, which is not at all from, like, the movie. His hat just has a white piece of tape on the front of it, which I guess, it's, limitations of sprites and stuff, but it looks like a piece of duct tape. He's wearing green lip balm on the bottom lip. Dodge that. Nice. Yeah, we'll take the hit here.
This is one I've never played. I've just seen him play it a few times. I could not imagine trying to figure out where to go in this game.
Yeah, and the game does a great job of punishing you for exploring. So, one thing you haven't seen yet is, nope, we don't want to go that way. Yeah, see, this is an example of, like, which way is it? I have no memory of this place. Really? Please? There we go. Is if you bonk into a wall, I'll just demonstrate. Like, you just squish up against it and you lose control for about half a second. Really annoying. Alright, so we're going to clear those out there. Get rid of those guitars, because we're going to go down there in a second. There we go. Grab that health. Alright, cool. So I usually like to try and finish every stage with at least 2 health. Just for safety's sake, because otherwise you wind up... there's a bonk. You wind up dying in the final cutscene. You have to do the entire level all over. It's just not fun. I'm going to grab that extra life for safety as well. Alright, so this is the end of the labyrinth that is the music shop. No stairway to heaven, by the way. And so our boss fight is our next part here. So the game's got to throw some kind of a boss at you, and so what better thematic boss fight than a sort of brain-cased robotic guitar? I don't know. I don't remember this from the movie, honestly.
I'm still just, what could this possibly be? I have no idea. Like, is it just trying to be like is it just an homage to Metroid but with a guitar?
I don't know. Oh yeah, the boss can still hit you when it's dying, so it's still attacking.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, first one done. So this is probably the second hardest part of the game, is the music shop. There's only one segment of the game that's arguably harder than this. So this next segment, the coffee shop, is quite a bit easier.
Already on.
So, already on, Garth. So this is kind of a relaxing change of pace compared to the franticness of the first levels. I mean, just all the electricity alone, I think, is the number one thing that made the music shop just absolutely nightmarishly bad.
Yep.
But yeah, here we are at, I think it's called Stan Mikita's coffee shop.
And somehow shrunk down to the size of a coffee cup.
Yeah. So yeah, we're
Walking
fighting
on donuts.
like donuts and sugar cubes and all that. Lovely stuff here. If I pick up an F, whatever that is, like an F string, I don't know what it is. It gives me rapid fire, so I can just hold the button down. And when you do that, Wayne starts making really, really funny animations when he runs. I only discovered that earlier today because it just looks so funny. So, but once you get hit, you lose the auto fire, and it's just kind of gone. But it's hilarious. The faces in this game are so good. Alright, so now we have the amp. So actually, I missed the 11. That's not good. Oh well. I've got enough swings. I can probably handle the boss fight, no problem. Weird that I didn't get the 11. Alright. Thankfully, the donut shop only has 2 stages, and these grease trap like golems or whatever they are. They're like boos from Mario, so if you look at them, they'll hold back their attack for a second. Oh, there we go. There's the 11th. Ow. All right. Just got to be a little more careful for the rest of the stage. Don't touch that donut hole tornado.
Donut tornado. That's a tornado of like cinnamon.
Yeah.
Picked up some donuts with it.
So swings will be pretty helpful later. Don't really need that one, but it's just kind of on the way. There we go. Pretty much anytime I have to kill a creature that's like above or below me, I can use a swing to do it. But I want to save one for the boss fight. Not. There we go. Plenty of safety now. The rest of this level will just cruise. Really bouncy coffee creamers.
Yep, bounce on the coffee creamers.
Alright. Pretty much the end of second stage of the donut shop and Shaq Fu.
I was going to say that.
So now we're off to the boss fight for Stan Nikitas. And any guesses what the boss is?
Ooh, I'm gonna guess. Let me think. It's gonna be a bear claw, like a donut.
Well, it's not a bear claw, but it is a donut, without question. Yep, a donut with a donut snake with a bunch of holes. I don't know. Anyway, this is the quick kill. Use the swing to hit it when it's way up high. Easy every time. And once again, our best friend is in another castle.
She keeps taking me away.
So, from Stan Nikitas, we decide to take the game into
This needs a remaster.
Gasworks.
Oh,
Gasworks. And let me tell you, this is one you definitely want to tune into. Like, the music's actually unironically good here. But the real reason that you want to tune in is the sound design of this stage. Oh, yes. I think they have one voice line that they have like 3 different versions of. And it's Hi Wayne is the sound bite. Now you guys have heard you've heard Stacy say Hi Wayne, and she shoots that heart out. But also these roaches that you'll see that are like Stacy roaches or whatever down there. I don't know what those are. They also say Hi Wayne.
just heard so.
Little chipmunky. And then the yellow submarines that shoot missiles. Okay, I don't know how that hit me. It must have been the explosion of the death. Anyway. The yellow submarines. Also, wow, okay. Alright. Gotta focus now. The yellow submarines. Well, I guess we'll get that later. Don't get to jump. Shoot missiles that also screech Hi Wayne. I'm certain of it. That's gotta be what they say. Oh, we can't hit you. Your ears get a reprieve for now. But don't worry. You'll be in for a treat in a minute here. So if that sound design wasn't bad enough for you guys, tune into this this latest freshness. Yeah, we're definitely gonna pop a swing on that because I cannot afford to get hit here. So this stage, 1, 2. All right, cool. If no matter what you do in this room, you get hit. Unless I say that and it doesn't happen. Okay, so I found the magic pixel.
You found
Anyway,
the pixel.
about I'd say about 75% or more of the time you get hit when Garth gets picked up. And it can kill you. So you have to make it to the end there with 2 health. That's why I was being very cautious. Yeah, more High Wayne. Gasworks is such a terrible place. There's so many different paths you can go. The enemies are extremely tough.
I remember going to nightclubs and just having to dodge jet vents of fire.
Oh yeah, all the Bunsen burners just lying around, you know? I'm sure there were no, like, safety issues with this place at all.
I do appreciate that one of the enemies in these levels are disco balls, because what would a rocker hate more than disco, right?
I can name something.
Is it the fire? Probably the fire, right?
No, it's not. They like the fire. No, you gotta have pyrotechnics at a rock concert.
True,
Like,
true.
it's like the law or something. No, the boss of this stage is probably, another thing that an 80s rocker would hate more.
Ooh, okay.
Gotta grab that. All right, so for your audio pleasure, this new power-up here, wow, all right, let's fall all the way down, Ritz. This new power-up, which I'm saving for just the right moment to start playing, is the Seeker attack. And it's a banger. So I'm just going to be spamming that button for a while. It does less damage than the 11. That's, like, I guess, one of the downsides. But it has homing attacks, and that, in this game where enemies like to attack you from pretty much anywhere except where you can reach, that's worth its weight in gold. So... the exception being when there's too many enemies at once and your seekers don't know where to go.
Yeah.
But that can be mitigated by knowing the enemy spawns and making it a point to not spawn too much at once if you can help it. And now for the spam. So, enjoy the sound. Gas walks. All right, one more stage of Gasworks. This is probably one of the most labyrinthine of all of them. So these chunky boys here take a ton of hits to kill. Normally I like to save swings to kill them faster, but I had to use them to get through the previous stage in order to survive. So... also, for some reason, Kiss is here. I don't know why Kiss is here, but they decided to join us at Gasworks tonight. I guess they're playing. The Monty Python foot decided to show up as well. They're dressed for the occasion. The only reason that I'm using this homing attack instead of the 11 or anything else is honestly because of the boss that comes after this. Oh well. Those dartboards have a pattern. 3-1 is the pattern. 3 darts, 1 dart. But when you first spawn them, they are in the middle of darts 2 and 3 of the 3 dart cycle. So if you can time it right, or if you have the focus, you can go past them almost immediately. But after that, you have to focus. And if you don't, God, these guys, hairband guys, have my number tonight. All right, I'm gonna focus here because I really, really, really do not want to mess this part up. All right, we got it.
Oh yeah.
That saves about 30 seconds.
If you go too high there, it forces a different power up.
That innocuous jump forces you to take a splitter attack, which is the worst attack in the game. I know some of you may be thinking, what could possibly be worse than this sound? Well, the splitter attack doesn't sound as bad, but it is painfully weak. Swing, bonk. Yeah, there's unfortunately no wall clips or anything in this game. I wish there were. I would definitely love an exploit. If any of you want to try and run this game, I'll tell you everything I know about it. But if you happen to find a way to clip through walls, that would cut the speed run down a significant amount.
Yeah.
And I would absolutely love to see it. All right. So that's the end of the final Gasworks Labyrinth. Off to the boss we go. All right. Now I worked really hard to collect this power up. I don't want to lose it. The whole point was to make this fight easy. Anyway, thank you very much. It's the king. Jelly donut.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'd be dead already if I had the Seekers.
Yep.
Oh boy, we just switched phases here.
What is that skeleton phase? What has just happened?
The king is dead, baby. Doing my Elvis dance. All right, we made it.
Yep.
And we say goodbye to Gasworks and the Seekers. You'll never hear them again, I'm sorry. Or you're welcome, whichever you prefer. All right, so our final area is, I think it's called Psychedelic Suburbia or something like that. One last maze of just kind of,
Psychedelic Suburbia is right.
Traveling through the suburbs here, trying to track down Xantar and his captive, or its captive. Actually, I don't know the gender of a gelatinous cube. So, apologies to gelatinous cubes out there if I misgendered you. Alright, so this level is a labyrinth, and it is full of some nasty stuff. These mailboxes are both platforms and enemies. The ducks always fly just out of reach of you, with few exceptions, and then they drop eggs on you while they fly. I didn't realize that they had to speedrun egg laying, but apparently that's what they do. They don't have time to sit down. I'm struggling to remember the guy's name from the Wayne's World movie, but the guest they had on at the beginning of the movie is this guy here with the suck cut.
The suck cut. I was wondering what he was holding.
That's the suck cut. He's sucking my will to live! Actually, you're supposed to say that.
Only seen the movie once. I don't remember a ton.
We can also insta-kill him with a swing, which is about 4 times stronger than an 11. I guess that means a swing is approximately 44 strong. So the problem with the suck cut enemies here is that sometimes they will actually pull you up to platforms that you've already been to before, and if you're not careful, you'll actually have to go past them multiple times. So usually make it a point to kill them if they are troublesome, but sometimes they can be helpful. Come on, let me up. All right, so we're a good chunk of the way through the stage at this point. For such a difficult stage with so many enemies and traps in it, it's actually fairly short and linear mostly. There's only like one really critical jump that you want to make in it, and I think we've already seen it. Yeah. So. Almost at the end. And thankfully, Psychedelic Suburbia only has one level in it, and then the boss fight. So we're actually coming up to the end of Wayne's World. Aww. Sorry, guys. I know you're just absolutely thrilled to tears with this gem of a game, this masterpiece, best game ever. And Zembar is probably thankful that he doesn't have to roll away every single time anymore.
That's fun.
It is finally time to confront Xantar, the gelatinous cube. But first, car. Street hockey player. I don't know why that guy is there. All right.
Why is any of this here?
It's a video game. They don't need a reason. So here is Xantar, complete with its captive.
Help me!
Ow. Now I cannot tell if that's Xantar saying ow, or if that's Garth saying ow every time we heard Xantar. But the eye is our target here. And we got hit again. Gotta be careful here. I need to have 2 health by the end of this.
Punch!
Yeah, most of the time the safest place to be is all the way over here. But we also need to make sure that we're spamming shots and that we don't get hit by too many attacks here. And we got hit. Come on. I gotta get through this cycle without getting hit or we're gonna have problems. Alright, we're good. I think. Probably the next 2 cycles. Oh boy. Alright, so I think this is the right side. Just don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Alright, so the cube says not worthy. We didn't actually die. I didn't show you what happens if you die, but
Hey, I'm here!
hey, we did it. That's time.
Hey.
If you die, Wayne says not worthy in front of the camera. So hey, it's a deathless run. Hooray. He shoots, he scores! So, this was Wayne's World. If I had a bit more time, you guys could catch this with the cutscenes. They're absolutely delightful. I do recommend checking out the cutscene % category of this run. It is absolutely phenomenal. And, Zembar and I did this for the Big Bad Game-a-thon a couple of years ago. It was fantastic. So,
Yeah, last year I think. Yeah.
might have been 2 years ago. I don't know.
Man,
Whatever.
something like
But
that.
it was super fun. And yeah, Wayne and Garth swear off at video games, and then they start riffing on their show for the rest of it. So. But yeah, this was Wayne's World. Hopefully you guys enjoyed.
Yeah.
Thank you, GDQ Conception, for having us. Thank you to the tech crew as well for helping us get set up. So appreciate that.
Yeah.
Zembar, you got anything you want to plug? Or
Not particularly.
no?
Just
So-
hanging out.
Well, hopefully I'll be
Have fun.
seeing you guys at SGDQ coming up in about a month. I'll be showing my face again for the Silly Block with Gourmet Warriors, so be sure to check that out. You're in for a treat.
Ritz playing an awful or silly game? That doesn't seem likely to me. That seems...
So unheard of.
I run normal games.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
You do. I've seen you run a normal game or two, but yeah, I mean, you also have been featured on this show twice now, so...
Yeah. I gotta find other bad games so I can come back again.
Yes, please do, because these are always gems. But yeah, thank you, Ritz and Zembar. I really appreciate you all being on here. If you are still watching, thanks for watching. Of course, I mentioned right before this run started that we have That's Never Happened Before coming on right after us, which will be featuring a breakdown of glitches and other skips and tricks that will be in Metroid Dread. So feel free to stick around for that. And yeah, if you are interested in watching this show regularly, we are on every 2 weeks, so we'll be on 2 weeks from now as a part of the Team Velocity schedule, and we are on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern. So come on by in 2 weeks, and we'll have some more fun games for you to check out. But yeah, other than that, yeah, my name's Conception, and we will see you in a couple weeks for the next episode. But thanks to everyone for stopping by.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.